Alrighty, so I've got the E-Flite F-15 Eagle, the little 4S EDF, and we're gonna fly it today. Let's see. I will be hand launching it. So yeah, you know, I think I'll talk about it a little bit more when I fly it, but I do enjoy this little sucker, but it's not, I guess I would say for me in the EDFs that I have flown, it's not my cup of tea, but it is a lot of fun. I think the way you have to look at this jet is you can't be too serious with it. You'll have a lot of fun with it if you go out and you kind of do stupid stuff and you do things that make yourself laugh. If you try to be too serious with this thing, that's when I don't have a lot of fun. I'd rather fly the 6S stuff. But we're gonna go ahead and throw it off. 4S 2200. So that was pretty uneventful. It is very easy to throw off, and I did throw it on safe and immediately took it off. But I'll show you just how slow you can fly this jet. It's very light, it's very floaty, it's pretty friendly. And it has plenty of power to get out of a situation. But you can see here, there's not really many EDFs that you can really fly around like this, at least not the bigger ones. I'm flying on mid rates, which is I think 85%, and I'm barely on the throttle. Trying to do a little bit of a high alpha as I fly around in circles here. But it is very impressive just how slow I'm flying this thing right now. Then we'll do vertical. And that's all she's gonna give you. So it's definitely not unlimited. I am flying without the gear. I do recommend, personally, I recommend not flying with the gear. I think the gear is pretty crappy. And it's really not, it's not even the quality of the gear that aggravates me the most. It's actually just the fact that the steerable nose wheel is terrible. It barely turns, and it's not very precise. I would much rather belly land this plane, so I took the servo, the steerable nose wheel servo out of the airplane, just to make the airplane lighter. And it belly lands actually really nice, and you don't need a lot of space. So I'll just go ahead and belly land it right now. No throttle. A little bit of throttle just so I don't have to walk and get it. Kind of high alpha it, and there you go. Put it back on safe. Well, I was gonna do a barrel roll, but that wasn't gonna work out for me. So as you can see, it is extremely friendly. Lots of elevator authority. The flight times do suck. It's like 3 minutes. If you fly it easy, you might get 4. And I'll do a high-speed pass for you guys, and you can see how fast it is. So yeah, it's actually pretty quick. Like all EDFs, it does take a little bit to get up to speed. So when you throw this thing off, make sure you have plenty of space. Come in for another belly landing and we'll throw it off again. Might come in a little hot for this one, we'll see. We're gonna have to force it down. Easy peasy. And we can take this one off a little bit differently. So you can take it off in many different ways. It is very easy to hand launch. Just make sure your trims are correct, you know, manually correct, and you'll be just fine. And I'll show you the inverted flight here. It flies inverted beautifully. You can fly around inverted all day. No weird tendencies or anything like that. And I'll show you the stall. You may not be able to see it. Let me try and bring it down low. All right, let's just full back. Full back, full back. And that's it. If I wasn't going towards the trees, I could show you, but it doesn't wingtip. Let me try it again. Full back, and I'm holding. Holding back, holding. There you go. That's it. That's the stall. It's actually a very peaceful stall. It literally, you could just about stall land this thing. I think it falls almost slow enough to where you could just drop it out of the sky. So that is pretty neat. We'll come in for one more landing, and I might throw it off one more time. And because I've been flying it pretty easy, let me see if I can land it a little slower. All right, one more throw. Whoa, that one was close. And you know, I'm actually kind of glad that happened, because when I first threw this jet off a few times, if you don't have the motors all the way spooled up, and if you don't have a really good throw, this jet will go down to the ground pretty quick. It doesn't have enough lift right at first. So be careful, because when you throw this jet off, it is going to lose altitude and it is going to go to the ground. So you're going to want to be on the elevator. And if you throw it off with safe, you have to remember that you don't have full elevator authority. And so as soon as you throw it off and you get your hands on the transmitter, I recommend immediately switching safe off. Because if not, then you do have the possibility of doing an immediate belly land, similar to what that was. But yeah, I like this thing. I just don't think it needs to be taken seriously when you fly it. I think it's kind of one of those jets that's going to get beat up, because I think that's the fun of this particular jet. And did a successful belly sliding go. Let's try to land it that time. Came in a little hot, and I was like, well, let's go back around. And it did. That's pretty cool. But that's the thing. It's being stupid with this thing is what's fun. Not worrying about it, I think, is the best part. Whoa! Okay, there we go. So yes, the F-15, it's cool. It's not my favorite. It's cool. It's fun to do stupid stuff with. I've already done some stupid stuff with it. Just, you know, it's going to get beat up on the bottom and all that good stuff, but I actually do like it. And if you have any questions about it, please leave a comment. Thanks for watching.